Hey, welcome back everyone. Thanks for joining us again. So it's been a bit of a late night here. Just been here tinkering. I just got back from the wreckers with all the panels, but one that I left in the driveway, which was the guard. So everything's fitted up pretty good. Bit of just to give you a look over. There's the guard that I forgot to bring home with me. Front bar. We found a white one, which is good. It's pearl white, but that's not a big drama. Got the headlights. So all lights are working again, which is great. Charcoal bonnet, which is I do like the charcoal. It's sort of bringing back the old drift spec black bonnet look, I suppose. I've just put the stock wheels back on it because we do want to do a wheel alignment tomorrow with it. We are going to play around with those 35 trips. We won't be going to 30mm space, I don't think, because found with the clearance on the front without a bull bar, it's going to be near impossible. I'm going to be just about hacking into those little fog lights, and they're quite nice. We're going to see how we go with the approach angle and departure angle in this later on, but for now I just want to get it driving basically. It's looking pretty clean. You know, it's only got 11,000 Ks on it, so it should be pretty good. This is the side we still got to fix up. The door, we've got to find a door, and the old airbags and so airbag kit. Probably just make something to cover that, I think, because I don't really need airbags for this. But yeah, got to find a new screen. So we've kicked that screen in, but okay, got a lot of wrinkles out here. It's still pretty wrinkly. Pull this out because that was all crunched in. You can see a little bit of buckle still, but it's kind of there. There's a big wrinkle here, so it is shrunken up a little bit, so we're going to have a bit of an issue down here, touching the wheel, but I don't mind getting the grind of this. Once that's all fixed up, we'll get this guard in and a nice guard here. Got the windscreen fixed up today. I'll have to get the calibration done later, because obviously the calibration is going to be required once we lift this thing up. Got some plans. Going to do body lift first and see how we go. Clearance of tyres first with no suspension lift. The D-Max was a little bit different because it already had a suspension lift when we got it. This one here is bog stock. So we're going to go for the no suspension lift for now. 35 trips, neg 44s, 16x10 rims, and yeah, just 2-inch body. And then see how we go from there. We just fitted up the body lift, so 2-inch body lift on the MUX. First thing we're going to do, obviously, to fit up bigger tyres. We're doing no suspension at the moment because suspension doesn't do anything anyway, but we thought we'd give it a crack anyway, see how it looks. But yeah, so doing an MUX with the body lift is pretty ordinary, especially when you've got bumpers on it, because I want to keep bumpers on this rather than bull bars and rear bar, and that does make it pretty hard, I tell you. Obviously, a lot of clips, a lot of little plugs, little sensors and stuff around. So the front and rear sensors do come with a bit of an issue, but I'm going to see what we can do about that to make it a little bit easier. But this is the first MUX of the new style that we've done. So the previous ones were a lot easier than this one. We've got mud flaps for this thing now, so we just made that one now out of cardboard. So we're going to be getting that scanned and making up the actual HDPE one. So we'll have mud flaps to suit the MUX now. And it'll be like the same 25, 50, 75mm. So this one's going to be 75mm. But of course we've got the same wheels as the D-Max because they're a partnered pair. Thought I'd go the same offset, exact same rims. So body lift only, she's on, but obviously we've got no chance of clearing here, so I'm going to have to cut a fair bit out of that guard. We'll have to do the same manipulation to this rear area to get clearance of that wheel. That's not going to turn either. The back's good. I reckon under compression that's going to be very close, but it should go up and clear. If not, we're going to have to manipulate that a little bit. Got to measure up the compression of the suspension from this point, see how we go. But it is standard, so I think I've got heaps of room here, and the back's going to be about the same. So this is what it looks like when you skip leg day and you've got stock tyres on. It's pretty ordinary, but still gives a bit more stance straight up. Obviously you've got to step up into the car now, but anyone who says they're running 35 no lift and no chopping, or even lift with no chopping, nah, it's not going to happen. This is obviously worse because of the neg 44s, but it just doesn't happen. So we're going to have to do a body chop on this next, I say in the coming week. But we've all seen on the previous D-Max build, so we are doing a lot of we're skipping through a lot of it with this build, but we are doing a couple of ones where we're doing this, the more sedate option, I suppose you call it, or the modifications. So like this one's going to be the bolt-in bump steer, where the welding kit was put into the D-Max. So that's going to be driven a bit more harder than this one, but we'll see how we go anyway. So I've cut out a fair bit. So obviously this guard came down parallel to the line here. So we've taken out a good, I'll measure it's probably 3 inches there, maybe 4 inches of plastic there. Cut it down and through. What I also have to do is this middle part of the guard here. This is normally left there normally expose this anyway when the bull bar's been fitted and put the plastic back on and cut it off neat. But I've trimmed the reinforcement here and buckled it forward because I didn't want to lose all the panel here, because that does protect the stones thrown up into the base of the headlights and stuff here. I've got full clearance of swing here. I'm going to have to test it under full compression as well, because people forget about compression of suspension. It does take up that room. At the back here, I have chopped the bottom portion of this out. We have got full clearance, so that's good. I've kept the bolt here, so it's cut it right up to the bolt there, dragged it up, kept this mount because we do have to put some mud flaps back on this, and we're going to make a new mud flaps now. I'm going to alter them a little bit to take up this hole for people that have this situation as well. So anyone who's running big tyres, we are modifying them now to take up that hot top there. But next will be this body mount is going to be chopped just like the D-Max was, left over with our billet kit, so it's going to relocate this bolt and rotate our mount, make it structurally sound again. A lot of this isn't going to have to be done on this other side. So this has already been heavily manipulated from the impact that it has sustained. So it's going to be interesting to iron some of this back out, just to be able to get the mud flap back in. You see the heavy buckle there and all this. And this is the ugly part of this car, which is this is going to be cut and moved forward anyway. So that's not too bad, but that was heavily buckled as well as up in here. I've got a lot of structural panel I've got to push back forward there. This is what happens with the front quarter impact. But everything else is good. Towers are good, we checked them. So had to replace all the arms, of course. We are just running standard stuff at the moment. Standard lift, obviously body lift for the tyres. Standard lift to get everything sitting nice before we go modifying it. I think that's good for an update for now. We'll keep you up the loop, and look, thanks a lot for following the channel.